and talk and talk. We're not gonna do anything but talk. Ever, 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 ever.
Well,
I need something happy.
listen, that's special. That's what I wanted to send me off.
I want to end it.
Is your precious singing, because that song was amazing.
So we're gonna watch.
So let me just let you see, because instead of, I'm walking and I'm talking, and I love to walk and talk. And you know what I love even better than walking and talking is walking to the car for some driving while talking. It's going to be so much fun. I was kind of nervous about this trip, and it's taken me a couple hours now to get out the door because, well, Mary, you know how I am. I'm kind of like my mother. I got to take everything with me so that I can complain about it when I come home and have to unload it. But, I got to tell you something. There's an excitement like you just cannot imagine. My family here is happy I'm going. I know there's things you will never understand, and I know that. And that's fine. I'm not going to try to change. I don't really need to. Right now, I don't really care either way. You need to get over yourself because this isn't about you like you think it is. Like you're gearing up and picking apart every word I say and adding 1,000 to my already 500, but that's okay. But then, like you heard when I said if you go away, I go away. I guess I'm gonna have to clarify that. I'm not going away, but you won't. You ain't gonna have your name attached to anything about me, cause see, it's just humiliating to even have to say you're related to me whatsoever, because you don't act like it, and like you remember when Mom would say, my mom that is, she would say, well, that just don't imitate me at all. And that would tickle me, because you don't imitate any of us at all. And I'm going to tell you this again, just because, I'm going to stay to my word. I told you that if and when, and I'm sure there'll be something, that is totally off base for me, something I've been really wrong about. And when that comes up, you will be the first to know, because I will tell you. And I will give you the most sincerest apology that I could give anybody. And that right there is real. Okay, so, I don't have time to tell anybody what to tell you. I've got a cute little thing from Martha on my thing, because you talk about it. This is so exciting, because this video of you reacting to my video was priceless. I loved it. The facial expressions and the outburst of laughter because you wanted to cry and scream, and the nervousness in you, the legs up and the legs down and the hand on the face. I mean, it was priceless. And I love how you kept stopping me right when you were about to get the proper answer. Like the underwear thing. I know you ain't gonna wash no underwear. Come on. Be real. California is surrounded by water, and you couldn't find no water to wash them underwear in, could you? I know you could. You could walk by a dancing fountain of nice clean water, and you'd keep on going. See, I'm crazy enough. I'd jump in it if I needed to get clean. I'd be looking around, make sure nobody called me, but I'd be in there. So I got to back out so I could close up and get on the road. This is, and I'm doing a little different because this is an emotional journey for me. And when I come back, like I've told you before, and my family here are all ready for it too, and I can see it in them. They're all nervous for me. But somehow, I kind of knew this was going to be a trip I was going to be taking by myself. And I think it's because I need to. I think you've taken so much away from me. This is going to be good for me because I'll get to go and say a proper goodbye to my mother, my sister, my nephew and say goodbye to some beautiful, wonderful memories that I'm going to put back. My life will never be the same. But, I can see that my family, the children here and my daughter and husband, and I can see in them they're nervous, but they're excited. And my son, they're all praying and hoping that when I physically come back home, that a part of me will come back too. Because I have closed myself off. And it's hard to explain to someone who has no love for anything, but y- y- there's people that'll see this and they know exactly what I mean. They know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm going to tell you something. It's the first effort I've made. So let me give you a proper thank you. I'm just like everybody else in our family. I hide the dirty laundry out. When I wash, I don't hang it out. But if I wash it, I'm not going to hang my underwear in the front yard. I'm put it back on the back porch on the little clothesline. So, I don't want anybody to see. This is just not proper. But see, you just tore that all to pieces. And now it's so funny because even poor Martha, 70-something years old, has never known how to get online, bless her heart. And Catherine, you done called us all out, saying no point in me covering up your name. Catherine, bless her heart, she ain't never even owned cable. Do you know how easy that is to prove? The house she lives in is a house I grew up in. It's never left us. So records would show that home has never had internet, cable. Hell, it just got a TV. What? Yeah, not that long ago, because she wouldn't even let one in there because she was too worried about her daughter's education. She didn't want her to get like you. So she eliminated every outside source. She had something there. I think she got a little carried away, but she did have a point. But anyway, I just want you to know where we're going, and you're gonna be so happy when this is done for me, because I think you're gonna see a little change in me, and I know you're gonna be watching and stuff, and I'm happy you're going to be, because I just know. But no, I'm not going down. I'm not taking that down. No, that would be stupid. Because see, I need that way to walk in easier. Because see, you felt the only one that knows how hard it was for me to even get a word in edgewise, don't you? Because you blocked it, like you said you like to do. Yeah, maybe I'll teach myself a song on this trip. Well, hon, let's get it started. I'm excited, really, and I did know I was going to be by myself. I tell you something, I'm not telling you this because you don't really care, but everybody else will find a little humor in it. Let's see what the back is. Let's look at there. I got to get out of here. I haven't even drove this car enough to know. I was kind of upset about that, but I'll catch on, I guess. 6 years since I've been down there, and it's been over 2 years since I even went out of this city on my own, that is, driving. And you know what? I'm ready. Might took me a while, but I am truly ready. So, anyhow, let me get this shut up. I cleaned up before I left. It's going to put me a little bit behind, but that's okay, because I can do it. It's not a big deal, because I can make it. Because today's all about one little area, and I'm going to knock that out in a 3-step process. I just got to be inside that city limits before like 5. But you know me, I'll get in there anyway. If there's a door open, I'm going in, and I'll be coming out what I'm looking for. Or it'll be ready for me first thing in the morning. See, this is kind of I told you it's a fulfillment trip. It's a fulfillment for me to cover everything that I possibly humanly can. Legally, documented, will hold up in a court of law, because that's probably where I'm going to get it from. and will last the test of time. You don't know anything about that, but thank goodness I do. I'm proud of the fact that I've been able to hear and comprehend most things I've heard. Now, am I smart? No. Am I going to pretend to be like you do? No. Because it just makes me look like you stupid as hell trying to explain to somebody something they know so well. You know, I can't hardly talk to my grandson. That boy's so smart. But he loves me, you know. He brings it down to my level, and I appreciate that. And he knows Grandma, since me pretending, I've done pretty well by myself. I mean, I've had to struggle. I've had to go a little bit longer than people that have, you know, some brain cells to rub together. But me and you, honey, I've only got 2. And I've been rubbing them so long, hoping they grow. You know, they about wore out. And you bless your heart, you about got a half of one and don't have nothing for it to go with to create another one. And I'm never gonna tell you we come from a smart bunch. Now some of them might have been, you know, on my father's side, but I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't really quite found out, but I will. I've been digging in there a little bit. But closure is the most important thing. Oh, and one more little tidbit, because I don't like to consider, I said this would be my last trip. It won't be, because when I get down there, I'm going to go ahead and get me an area, because Sarah's coming, and we're going to have a little family reunion here in probably this weekend or Monday or something like that, because, you know, I'm going down, and I didn't think about this before because I don't think too far ahead. But I'm gonna go down and see if I can't get us a real good camping spot. So we're gonna take the campers down there on the beach and just have some fun and gather everybody and have a little, you know, fire and do some marshmallows and just have a little powwow and have some fun and go over some of your videos and discuss the truth and the lies with the people that are there. The ones that have passed on, hopefully I'll have proper paperwork, you know, close enough to verify the way they felt and thought. And I got a few more questions to talk to Martha about, because the one that I covered was this annex one. But like I said, you know, which you probably don't know because I haven't published it, because I'm holding it. Because I want you to anticipate. Keep an eye on me now, because you're going to love this journey. You're going to love it, because you're about to see what growing old with wisdom, a little bit of wisdom. You don't got to be smart. You just got to have a little bit of wisdom and patience and thought. Okay, where it'll come all full circle. I'm a little behind it because I let my family values that I was taught hold me up a lot, because this should be one of the biggest things this family has ever seen. We ain't gonna have to write a book. It's gonna be out there. If they were all still alive, it would be incredible, Mary. Each person that you said, or they saw, or they done, or they know, if they were able to right now tell their side that you're a liar and how humiliated they are that you've done that to us, it's going to be fine. It's going to be hurtful to have to show some what you've said. But you know what? I've handled this, and if I could have handled it at a time when I couldn't even bear to breathe, I know they can, because we're related. And they're like me, and they'll handle it. They might have to go to the bathroom a minute and have a little meltdown, but when they walk back out, God help you. God help the internet. Gonna be a bunch of Southern talking people, not cussing, carrying on like fools or crying. Oh, that reminds me, I'm driving, so I can't read a book or cry. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you my day. I talked to Martha about this the other day, and we agreed on my travel day that you could have both of our days, because quite frankly, she's been sick so long, we forgot which day it was. So we're going to start this whole process of choosing which day we get to cry, because let me tell you, it sucks if everybody picks the same day. Because you got a whole bunch of people crying, nobody cooking, nobody doing nothing but crying. So we had to separate ourselves and give ourselves a day to cry. And I thought this was mine, and she can't remember because, you know, she's had that head injury, and sometimes she's sharp. Some days, you know, I'll have to come back to her on things, but she was pretty sharp the other day. And she was clear. You can have today. Today's your day to cry, so you go ahead and get started. I'm sure you're going to put it out there for everybody to see. Because you want everybody to know that me giving a chance for people to speak their piece about your pamphlet and your thousands of videos. I got to thinking I was silly as the dickens, thinking I was going to go down there and knock this out in a couple of days. But I do got a family that is excited. Hell, Sarah's excited. She don't like you very much. You know, hers is doggone bad. That girl don't even want it. If she's thinking, oh, she can't even stand to even think that you are anywhere in our home speaking. Because I was so careful to get all that out of there so nobody had to see it. But here we are at the end of that rainbow, and you know, Sarah, she ain't gonna miss getting that little pot rolled. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, y'all love money. No, honey, it's not the money. Because, see, either way, we can survive. Like right now, I'm fixing to go up. Because I don't have a money tree right here in the yard. I'm going to have to go up there where we planted it. I don't know if you understand that. But I got to go get a little cash. Because I don't like traveling without it. You know, cards are great, but if your swiping thing don't work, I know you wouldn't know anything about that. If you chip or something, it's kind of nice to have cash. So I'm headed up there, and I'm on my way. That's on my way of town. I just got to go by Publix and stop at their little money tree they planted for us. And I'm ready. And I'll check back in a little while. You know, I'm going to have to download this, but I will. Probably up there. Anyhow, you have a good day. And like I said, you just keep wondering, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And I don't want you to miss a thing. So, you know, I got to get this going for you so you can enjoy it. And I'm praying you will do a reaction video. Honey, that was wonderful. And I'm gonna give you another helpful hint that someone, you know, people try to help me. I don't listen most of the time, but I do think about it after that. Try to hear, you know, especially someone you know, and you know how I am. I'm not going to throw it out there like that. I'm going to hesitate. That's a little hint for you. And always know that I already know what the answer is, or I wouldn't be talking about it. That's why you don't hear me talk about things that I cannot put my hand on the Bible and say in the court and say I know it to be true. So, you know, if I'm talking, I already know where it's going, or where it's being, or how it's going in. Thank you, hon. Look at that. The buzzard is already waiting for the carcass. I wonder what got it. Something got it. Somebody done ran in front of my truck this morning, brought me to work, I bet you. I'll call him in a minute, make sure. All right, I gotta get off here because I don't think this is legal either. iPad talking while driving. Okay, bye-bye.